Right, today we are going to look at expanding brackets. Sometimes you'll be asked to expand brackets in an exam question, or it may be necessary for other reasons, maybe leading up to a solving equations question. Now when we say expanding brackets, what we mean is multiplying out the brackets. We have a number just before the set of brackets, which means 2 times everything inside. So 2 times x and 2 times 1. So what we need to do is rewrite this, but instead of having 2 open bracket x plus 1, we do 2 times x, which is 2x. This little line just indicates multiplication. And the same thing, 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2, and there's a plus sign in between them, so it's just 2x plus 2. Next question is a little bit different because there's a negative sign in there, but the method is the same. 3 times 4 equals 12, and 3 times x equals 3x. The sign in between this time is negative, so 3 times negative x is negative 3x. The next one down here is more complicated because there is a letter outside the brackets, but again the method is still the same. Take both of these and multiply them by 2. 5a times 2 is 10a, and 5a times a, well, we have 5, but a times a is a squared. A squared. And it's a positive a squared, so we add on 5a squared, and there we have it. These questions can become more difficult when there are 2 sets of brackets, because you will also be asked to expand and simplify. So the first thing we must do is expand the brackets. There are 2 sets of brackets, so we'll treat them exactly the same but separately. Let's look at one. 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 1 is 2 with the plus sign. So we'll do that one, and then we move over to the other side. Forget this side, and we do 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 4, which is 12. And we add that 12 on. Add the 2 together, because it's the sign we have here. And then we need to simplify, so we need to collect together the like terms. 2x and 3x are like, and 2x plus 3x equals 5x, and 2 and 12 added together become 14. So in 2 simple steps we've managed to expand and simplify 2 sets of brackets. Simplifying and expanding the brackets can be more difficult if there are negative signs involved. We'll start off with a negative sign inside the second bracket. So first of all we have 4 times a, which is 4a, 4 times 3, which is 12, with a plus sign. Over here we have a positive 2 times a, which is 2a, and a positive 2 times a negative 2, which is a negative 4. We write that in as so. This is a positive here. Now we need to collect together the a's. 4a and 2a becomes 6a, and 12 take away 4 is going to be 8. That step's not too much more complicated, but the next one will be a little bit more so. Three times m plus 2n, take away 2m, take away n. So if we expand first of all, 3 times m is 3m, 3 times 2n is 6n, positive 6n. Over here we have a negative 2. That's quite important now because there's a minus sign there. The negative 2 times 2m, which becomes a negative 4m, have a minus times plus. Now we have a negative 2 times a negative n. Minus times minus becomes a plus, and then 2 times n is 2n. If we simplify this, we have 3m, take away 4m, which is a negative m. 6n plus 2n is plus 8n.